What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap as the Lakers fall to 1-4 on the road trip and once again get embarrassed, giving up 131 points to the Memphis Grizzlies, who, by the way, are barely a 500 team. Okay, this team got whooped. And LeBron, by the way, LeBron did his part. LeBron had 39 points offensively, at least 6 for 11 from beyond the arc, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. He did his part. But the Lakers continue to show mediocrity. It's truly embarrassing. It's disappointing. And it's really exposing the Lakers to what they truly are. And I'm not talking about the team, because every year it feels like we got something that we have to do, somebody we have to trade for. Let's start with the front office, okay? Because this offseason, we are all concerned about the fact that we made no moves. We got quieted by the 3-0 start, but now we are 1-4 in the road trip, which makes us fall to 4-4 on the season. Okay, and we're getting whooped by teams that really aren't that great. Memphis was 4-4 coming into the game, right? And unfortunately, we made them a plus 500 team. We got whooped by Detroit the last game, right? Now, of course, no Anthony Davis. He did not play. So there is that, but it really exposes, and I want to talk about Rob Pelinka. You guys see Rob Pelinka in the thumbnail. I want to talk about Rob Pelinka and how he's kind of went unscathed. I told you guys he was on strike 2. Well, he's on strike 2.5 after this road trip because he should have been made a move. We're clearly extremely frail and thin in the front court, and it shows. We got killed on the glass. We gave up 12 offensive rebounds. We got out-rebounded 38-28. You can't win no road games like that. Okay, we got absolutely murdered. They controlled the glass from start to finish, and it's really disgusting, man. It truly is like sickening to watch how a team that has so much potential before we hit the road trip can just kind of unravel. And you can see exactly how thin we are in the front line, which is something we have been really frustrated with. It's something that we have all kind of been just angry with. We have been disappointed in the fact that they haven't made a trade in the last 3 years to address the big man position. We've kind of been glossing over the fact and over the issue, but we haven't really addressed it, and that's a huge problem. Hey, by the way, thanks for the mega chat.
Look at the stars. All the people that have super chatted have contributed to the success of this channel.
Really?
Yes. And what's best, we will reach the moon one day if they continue such contributions. Your super chats are always appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your super chat, bro. He said, today is the first time I got flashbacks to last year of Kobe before retiring. That's what this looked like. Bron and bunch of the rooks that are not pros yet. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Rob is. What are we doing? Let us know so we fans can pan better. You're absolutely right. Sometimes we didn't even look like professionals out here today. But again, the issue is with Anthony Davis, this team goes. Without Anthony Davis, this team really struggles. And the problem with that is he needs help. Because I knew it, and I've been telling you guys all off season long, whenever Anthony Davis is out, we're going to struggle. We don't have a good backup big man. Jackson Hayes is baby food. He's getting cooked on the glass, guys. Out-rebounded by 10. To be honest, and I'm being quite frank with you guys, it's not even to hate on Jackson Hayes or anything, because I'm kind of over him after, the video surfaced. But the truth of the matter is that Christian Coloco actually had some really good minutes, and I'm already kind of sold on him fully absorbing all of Jackson Hayes' minutes as possible. If I'm the Lakers, I would also look to include him in a trade. He started off the season really well, and the more minutes he's gotten, he's kind of gotten more and more cooked. So he's not sustainable. He's not somebody who can come in and you can win a game with when Anthony Davis goes missing. We need a big like that. Walker Kessler, obviously, I'm not going to beat the dead horse. Been talking about this man forever. But you're right, man. I want to talk about, and I want to expose Rob Pelinka because I see what the heck he's been doing, right? I see what the heck he's been doing. And what he has been doing, he's been playing it safe. And as a Laker front office executive, you cannot do that. The reason he's still sitting on those 2 first-round picks, the reason that he still hasn't made a trade since the last time he made a trade is because he's afraid of making another bad trade like the Russell Westbrook one, which in doubt would be the final nail in the coffin to his career. Rob Pelinka is one bad trade away from a guaranteed firing, and he knows this. So he's been hoping and praying that the team can somehow elevate itself. I see what he's doing now. He's afraid to make a deal, and you cannot operate from fear. Scared money doesn't make money. Rob Pelinka is scared money right now. After making that atrocious Russell Westbrook trade, he's been afraid of making another move. Hence, why we have not made any deals, and why this front office still continues to let Anthony Davis potentially even get injured and playing the 5 all by himself without having a formidable backup. Right now, we knew Christian Wood was hurt and he was going to miss time. And what are we, 2 weeks into the season? He's still not back. So clearly they should have made a move this offseason, and they did not. They've been using the excuse of, hey, we're going to wait for the right move to fall in our lap. By the way, thank you so much, Mama Mentality, for that mega chat, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad it triggered the little gif right there. Solo says, we have known that we needed a center since losing Dwight. Have much more does this front office need to see in order to make a move? That's what it is. It's exactly what I'm telling you, bro, is that Rob Pelinka is scared, man. He's afraid to make a deal that's going to end his career with the Lakers. I know it for a fact. It's obvious. Look at the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm hurt that all these ex-Lakers came in. Jay Huff, who the Lakers been wanting to look at for a long time, but our last coach didn't give him any PT, went 4 for 7 for 11 points, and he was smacking threes, 3 for 6. You mean to tell me we couldn't have used a big man like that? The front office dropped the ball there. Scottie Pippen, who I always liked, had 14 points. He had 4 assists. You mean to tell me he wouldn't have been better than the production Gabe Vincent has gave us, who was 2 for 8 and only 6 points with how many assists? 1 assist? So we're paying more for less, essentially. That's another mistake. We keep getting these Miami guards that aren't producing a thing for us. Not a damn thing. And it's really disappointing. I feel you, bro. I feel you. This team has been exposed in this road trip. They're not as good as we thought they were because we're lacking some front court depth. That would solve a lot of issues, man. Honestly, if we have AD tonight, we win this game, I'm pretty sure. Even though we lost to Detroit, we shouldn't have. But if we have a healthy AD tonight, the best player in the league leading scorer at the moment, you don't tell me we could have beat Memphis? However, the reason we lost him, we were putting too much pressure. He's playing 35-plus minutes a night instead of 33 and under. And that's the big issue. Appetizers, appreciate you, man. He said, Golden State has a better front office than ours. That's true. I can't even front on that. That's true. Even though Bob Myers, they shouldn't have let him go, and they've made some mistakes along the way. Rob Pelinka is scared, man. I got to expose it. I've been very patient. You guys know I've been very patient with Rob Pelinka because he put that championship team together in 2020. Well, Magic Johnson spoke ill of Rob Pelinka years ago and how much he's a snake. Well, right now he's slithering away from the limelight because I'm telling you, Rob Pelinka is very intelligent. However, he's afraid, and it shows because of his lack of moves. You know, I've noticed that he got complacent after we won that championship. His words, not mine. He said we weren't going to get complacent and settle for just one championship, right? And what have we done since? We've settled for just one championship. Why? Because we still have assets that we have. We haven't went all the way in, which is exactly what you should do when you have elite players like Anthony Davis and LeBron James, right? And wow. My guy said the Pistons game will haunt us this season. The Pistons game, the Suns game, honestly, and this one. All of those games have been horrible for us, man. This whole road trip has been bad. Even let's keep it a stack. Even the Toronto Raptors, fam, game was not a good win. We won that one barely, and they almost came back. Right? That's really embarrassing. This team has to be better. We have a decent roster. I think this team has a good team. However, we've been talking about it since the offseason. What is the trade I told you guys this summer we should have made? Now you hear other news outlets talking about the Lakers are interested in these players. But I told you guys, Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton solves a lot of issues for the Lakers. You cannot trust D'Angelo Russell. What did D'Angelo Russell do again tonight? Let's look at his stats. Let's pull up his stats. D'Angelo Russell, 4 for 12, 2 for 9 from beyond the arc for 12 points. This dude has been utter garbage. Austin Reeves had a shitty game tonight as well. 7 for 17 and 2 for 9 from beyond the arc. I don't know why he settled. He ends up with 19 points, but it wasn't an efficient 19. It was not an efficient 19. LeBron James, looking like a fossil, still gave us 39 on 15 for 24. Right? He did his part, but nobody else showed up. Dalton Connect had a shitty game, 1 for 7 for 3 points tonight. Jackson Hayes, man, all the rebounds he gave up, forget about his 8 and 10. The rebounds he gave up were atrocious. Cam Reddish, actually, besides LeBron James, was our second best player tonight. Cam Reddish Came out here and gave us effort. He gave us energy. He gave us defense and actually kept us in the game the first half. So credit to Cam Reddish, who had 15 points, by the way, on 5 for 7 from the field with 2 steals, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. You want to talk about effort? Cam Reddish provides that. Okay. Koloko, I really like what I saw from him. He only played, again, he was on minutes restrictions. He only played 13 minutes, but he had 1 dunk. He had a block, and he had a couple rebounds and showed some good energy. So I was happy with what I saw from Koloko. But Gabe Vincent continues to be an atrocity. Max Christie, even though he had 8 points, continues to be an atrocity. His confidence isn't there. Decision-making has been gross from Max Christie. And it's like he kind of regressed, right? He kind of took a step back. But Rob is the biggest issue for me in this road trip because we should have, everybody and their mothers knew that we should have been made a trade for a backup big man. We knew it, especially when Christian Wood got hurt. We're saying, oh, let's go get one. Koloko's nice, but he barely got cleared, and he's on minutes restrictions. It's not good enough, right? Lakers have to do whatever it takes to get their hands on a big man, and they have to do it quickly. Otherwise, what I'm telling you guys right now about Rob Pelinka is true. It's absolutely true, and I'm not hating on the man because I appreciate the championship in 2020. But I'm telling you guys right now, he's hiding behind that championship as a lifetime achievement award, and it doesn't work that way. He said it himself. He's not going to get complacent. He's gotten exactly that. How many trades have we made since the D'Angelo Russell for Russell Westbrook that brought us Vando? We haven't made a single trade. It's been 2 seasons, right? We went through last trade deadline, didn't make a move. We knew we were in trouble. What happened? We got gentlemen swept in the first round. We went through this offseason. We didn't make a move. We knew we were in trouble. We were hopeful, new coaching staff and all of that. I said, let's wait and see. Well, now we're 8 games in, and clear as day, we need a backup big man. It's clear as day. But we knew this since the offseason. The only one that isn't getting the memo right now is Rob Pelinka. But guess what? That's not all we need. We need a better bench. So whatever trade we make, hopefully includes other players. If it ain't Colin Sexton, hopefully Jordan Clarkson. Right? We need one of those trades that's going to swing multiple players this way to get us some new blood. And then if we can create a roster spot and go out and grab a Lonnie Walker, I do that. We need somebody who could put the ball in the rim. Guess what? Lonnie Walker does exactly that. He's a poor man's Malik Monk. Why not? Why is this man even still employed? Unemployed, should I say. Why is he unemployed? He's a bucket getter. I don't understand it. My guy CJ says Genie needs to call up Bob Myers. We need a face of basketball operations in the front office. Facts. Why is Bob Myers still unemployed? Go give this man an opportunity right now. I 110% agree. Give this man an opportunity, man. I don't get it. But one thing I do understand is this. The time's clicking for Rob Pelinka. He's on a hot seat. If you go on Twitter, you're going to see a lot of people tweeting about it. Why haven't we got a big man? First of all, Jackson Hayes is good as a third stringer, not as a backup. And tonight he had to start because of our lack of having a big man. And we got exposed. How many second chance rebounds did we give up? Second chance points. Too many. So this Laker team needs more than what I thought initially, but get something done. How about we get the ball rolling? Because we continue to waste the end of LeBron's prime. Again, tonight he had one of his better games of the season with 39. I asked for it and I received it. He was aggressive. He got 39, but nobody else showed up. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. Blaster Mega. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for Super Chat, brother. He said, Laker fans deserve better than this. I know it's a long season, but Pelinka needs to go if it ends like this. He said, I can't even watch the games right now. It's so bad. It is really bad. We're getting blown out by the Grizzlies. And make no mistake, Grizzlies were missing players. They were missing Desmond Bane. They were missing Marcus Martin. They were a 500 team coming into this game. It's not like they're started undefeated like the Cavs, right? It's not like, they're 6-1 or 7-1, whatever the record is, like the Suns, right? It sucks, man. It sucks. And you know what? I'm extremely disappointed, and I really hope that this front office does something. This is not going to fly. We're giving up 131 points per game now. What is going on here? This Laker team is a lot better than this, but we need the horses. We don't have the horses right now. We now fall to 4-4. Sacramento's 4-3. Phoenix is 6-1. Golden State is 7-1, for God's sakes. They're on a 5-game win streak. They just beat the Boston Celtics tonight. The Boston Celtics. And for the second straight game in a row, I got to play my favorite angry gift because that's how we feel, fam. I got to play it. I'm sorry. I'm looking for it right now. All right.
You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
That's how we feel about the Lakers, man. They didn't bring the effort. They didn't play smart. Austin Reeves has disappointed me the last couple games. I don't know if his ankle's still tweaked, whatever the reason. He settled too much for threes. D'Lo, I don't even know if he's going to get another big contract in his career. Bam. To be honest. What team is going to be looking for a semi-playmaker who can score sometimes and can't defend for lick? That's what you're signing up with D'Angelo Russell. We're now 4-4. It could have been a lot worse, but we're now 4-4. And 2 very winnable games on the road. We lost, and then we got blown out of the other 2. So, man. My boy Tyrone, appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for the support, man. He said, Rob, keep this up. AD going to request a trade soon. I agree with that. You listen, even AD himself has been asking for another big man. There's been ex-NBA players like, who was it? DeMarcus Cousins and Dwight have been saying AD needs some help in the front court. And it's like they don't want to listen. But I'm telling you exactly what it is, guys. I'm not going to mince my words when it comes to Rob Pelinka. He's very slithery right now. He's in the background. He's not – he didn't say a lot. He made – listen, he's so slick. He made a separate press conference to address the lack of trades this offseason, the lack of moves, than the original press conference that was coming during media day. He completely separated himself from all the noise. That's being slick. That's not really addressing anything, if we're being honest. He said, and this is what he said. He said they were going to be patient and wait. We're being too patient. How many years we're going to be patient? If we had better pieces around LeBron and AD, we would have beat the Nuggets. That's a fact. If we had an actual big man who can help AD down low, who can an actual big body who could drop 6 fouls on Jokic, we would have had a better shot. Matter of fact, when Tristan Thompson played a couple years back on the final game when Darvin didn't want to play him, he actually did a decent job on Jokic. It was a small sample size, but still, we can't be blaming the CBA. We gotta make the move to get the front court help that we need on this team. We don't do it, we're cooked. We're cooked for the rest of the season. Oh man! All right, I'll read a couple comments, guys. I got what I had to say off my chest. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and spaz out for a little bit because I know it's very frustrating. But let's see here. Dan, some Warriors fans trolling us because they got better season. They winning. Dan, I'm jealous. Well, you know what? I can't even say nothing. They do have a better record. They beat a really good team tonight. I got nothing to say. Nothing to say about that. The Lakers have to, step their weight up. They started off the season really good, and this whole road trip was egregious, man. Defensively, we dropped the ball. We injured AD in the process, and now we don't have the competitive spirit or the high basketball IQ because the ball movement has not been the same on the road. Whether that's JJ calling ISO plays or whatever, it hasn't been the same, and I don't like it. We went away from the first 3 games where we were doing that work for us. We completely went away, and as a result, again, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. 1-4 on the road, it's not going to be. I told you guys I wanted us to go. What was the record I wanted? I wanted 3-2, right? And it was very doable. But instead, we end up 1-4 and a 500 team right now. With the danger of falling below 500 if AD continues to be hurt. So, I agree. I agree with this take here. He said, I take Pip Jr. and Huff over Gabe and Hayes. Rob got to go. Facts. He keeps letting good pieces go. If we go back to KCP, Alex Caruso, now you can add Pip, Huff. Who else did he let go? I'm sure he let some really good pieces go. We didn't have the money for Malik Monk, so I'm not going to include him in there. But whatever happened to Lonnie Walker? We could have used this scoring punch, right? We've been making too many mistakes now, and these are amateur mistakes. Drafting Cam, what's his name? Jalen Hutchifino over Hawkes or other players. He's made plenty of mistakes. We just kind of been, because he won in 2020, we've kind of been looking over them. But now they're becoming more apparent and more obvious because he's not doing any moves. I thoroughly believe if he makes one bad trade, that's it for him. And he knows this. That's why he's probably sitting on his hands right now. But guess what, bro? Rob, your hands are starting to smell like ass. Stop sitting on your hands. Do your job. Improve this roster. Dwight Howard is sitting over there, free agent. If you got to make a minor trade, include a second-round pick just to get a contract off, do it. just to clear a cap's roster spot for somebody. Do it. We're lacking. Scoring punch and a big man. But first, a big man. Lacking. D Free says, I think this game really showed me that we don't actually have firepower if players are out. We are so top heavy, it's crazy. Yes, D Free, which is why, by the way, my friend, this is why we needed to make a trade in the offseason or a trade and then sign somebody in the offseason in free agency. We knew it. Laker fans knew it. But we came in here with an open mind, and now they're going to get the criticism. They're going to feel the pressure from the fans. We're not happy about it at all. Nobody should be happy about this. Appreciate you, Jonathan. He said, look, Dan, JJ said he benched D'Lo for being lazy. Good. Good. Now I hope they trade him for being lazy as well. I really hope so. I really hope so. He said D'Lo was so irritating so many times. He just watches man shoot threes. It feels like we're playing 5-on-4 sometimes with this man. Right? It feels horrible. Matt Ryan was another one we let go, and the Knicks picked him up. It's disappointing, chat. It's gotten to the point where I'm just like sitting back and we're going to figure things out, hopefully. But my faith in this front office has dwindled year by year. More and more and more. Rob is overrated. He always has been. The only reason why he was hired was nepotism. There's a popular word we've been using a lot lately. But yeah, Rob Pelinka got early success in his career, and that's why it has been long-lived. But if we subtract that 2020 championship, right, the bubble year, if we subtract that, he would have been long gone, in my opinion. He made too many bad moves along the way. And shout out to Magic, because Magic called him out a long time ago, right? Yeah, man. Nah, I don't think so. They're a below 500 team as well. I don't think so, Paul. JJ said a whole bunch more on D'Lo. Must see. I'm gonna have to tap in. And I might have to do another video tomorrow morning if I really break down what JJ said about D'Angelo Russell. But I'm glad he's calling him out. Again, JJ has made some questionable decisions along this road trip, but I do like the fact that he's holding players accountable. I like that. That is going to vote well for us moving forward. But still, very disappointed in this front office, man. And let's see what happens, because you know what? If they don't make a deal and we continue to stay thin in the front line, Jackson Hayes should never be starting. I'm sorry. Ever. I'm not even sure he should be on this team after that video that surfaced, but he should definitely never be starting. And we're going to lose every game that he starts, most likely. So I want to see a move done to solidify that front court. The rest, we'll figure it out, right? Maybe there's a subsequent move. Like if you're the Lakers, and let's say you want to make a deal with the Utah Jazz, and you say, all right, we'll give you 2 players for 1. Give us Walker Kessler. We'll give you Jalen Hood and whoever else you want, D'Lo or whatever. Make the contracts work. It could also open up a roster slot to go out and get Lonnie Walker. The answer could be in free agency right now, right? Or another defensive-minded wing like, dare I say it, guys? You know who I'm talking about. He's been on this channel before. The man, right? There's able bodies right now that are unemployed that'll give you way more effort than what D'Angelo Russell's giving you right now on the defensive end. And offensively, again, he's averaging 12 or less. What is D'Angelo Russell averaging this year? I don't know what it is, but it's despicable. It's not even 13 points a game. Not even, right? He's been an absolute atrocity. And I'm not here for it anymore, man. I'm getting damn sick of it. Let me look it up. D'Angelo Russell is averaging 12 points per game, guys. 12 points per game in 31 minutes. And he cannot play a lick of defense. Not one lick. 12 points per game. By the way, that's not the worst part. The worst part is he's averaging 38% from the field and only 30% from beyond the arc, right? It's not going to cut it. He's not going to cut it. I'm sorry. It's just not. Gabe Vincent has been an atrocity for this team as well. Gabe, there he is, the man. Like, I would rather take this dude than D'Lo right now. Give me some role player that plays hard, just like Cam Reddish did, and give me a team full of them. It's not like we can shoot lights out anyways, right? It's not like people will say, no, those guys can't floor space. Well, neither can D'Lo, apparently. Austin's been struggling. At least those guys will provide effort. Yeah. $18 million a year is an absolute embarrassment, right? Gabe's making $12 million a year, guys, and they're putting up joke numbers. They're putting up Lil Dang type numbers right now. Right? And so we have a lot. We have a lot to work for. Do I have hope? Yes, I do. Where's GM Rob Pelinka? Yes, I do have hope for this season because it's early. But that hope will quickly scurry away if they don't make a move and 20, 30 games pass and we still with the same roster. Something's got to give. Because you know what? It usually takes me 15 games to be able to truly dissect this team. But I think we can all see it, right? I think even a blind man can see that this team right now doesn't have what it takes because we're lacking in the front court and the bench. Those are our two biggest weaknesses right now. Not to mention our starting point guard is an absolute egg. Like this man cannot move. Like he's just there. Right? They're not earning their paycheck, Paul, at all. And they continue to let us down. And it's a disappointment. But 12 points per game from our guy D'Angelo Russell is a joke. Okay? Like this guy was supposedly going to have a career year. They're trying to run offense through him. And check it out. You believe that? 12 points per game. Look at those. Those numbers are an atrocity. Let's go. As a matter of fact, let's go player by player. I got time today. All right. Let's start with D'Angelo. To me, the most disappointing player on the roster right now. By far. By far. It's not even close. And we saw it in preseason. We saw it in the postseason last year. Look at the numbers. Look at the difference. 12 points compared to his 17 he averages in his career. He's not even old, guys. It's not even like Father Time is coming from. He's 28 years of age. 28. 20. He's a 10-year veteran playing like an absolute fool. Showing us that he really doesn't want to be here. Right? Look at the number. The numbers are just down all the way across. Look at that. Right? And look at 12 points tonight. 11 points versus Detroit. He couldn't even get off versus Detroit. 19 versus Toronto. Whoop-de-doo. Best game of the year. 10 versus Cleveland. 14 versus Phoenix. Like, I'm sick. Max Christie, next up, the second most disappointing player this season, just because he got a contract extension. He's averaging a measly 3.6 a game with 2 rebounds and assists, shooting 28% from the field on 8 games. You got to be better, Max. I got your rookie cards and shit, man. I got your rookie cards, brother. Don't tell me you're going to be a career 5-point per game scorer, please. All right, he's shooting very miserably from the field, 23%. Small sample size, but still 28% from the field compared to his career numbers. Look at, they're down across the board. What is going on? Basketball is a very infectious sport, but it should never be down this bad. All right, I'm not even going to click on Jalen Hood. I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna skip over Bronny and Jalen Hood, but let's go to Dalton Connect now. All right, Dalton Connect had 3 points. Very disappointed. His first start of the season, he could only put up 3 points. Disappointed. He is a rookie though. I'm gonna give him a slight pass. He did have 4 rebounds, 2 assists, but 3 points. Nah, bro. He should have gave us 30 tonight. Matter of fact, he should have gave us at least 15. Right? At least. Quincy can't even get run. Third most disappointing player on the roster. Absolute joke. 2.7 points, a rebound, not even an assist a game. Shooting 29% from beyond the arc. And he's healthy, by the way, folks. How much is he making again? Career numbers are 7.3. You know how nice it would be to get 7 points off of this dude off the bench? It would help tremendously. This man can't even get us to 3. He had a bagel the last game, 2 points the one before that, 5 before that, and 3 before that. What is going on with these players, man? That's just a few. I can't. It's an embarrassment, chat. Y'all want me to keep going? Y'all let me know. Y'all hit the like button as well. But y'all let me know if you want me to keep going dissecting these guys. They have been a disappointment. Those players I just mentioned especially. Quincy hasn't even got some PT, Paul. He hasn't seen a single minute all season long. A single minute all season long. Fresh Freeport says, hey, Dan, would you rather have Westbrook or Russell? At least Westbrook could slash at the rim, score the double. Now, I'll tell you this, Fresh. I don't want any more Russells on my team. Ever. If I see a player named Russell, I'm immediately praying. Yo, we got to exercise these Russell demons. These players cannot play. Russell Westbrook, forget about the stats. Russell Westbrook will kill you. He'll give you 15 points and 7 assists with 13 turnovers and a couple of bricks to end the game playing hero ball. So, no, I do not want those problems either, right? But right now, what we lack is depth. And, all right, you guys want me to keep going? All right, I will keep going. I will keep going in on these guys because you know what? They deserve it. Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves had a 19-point game tonight. Austin Reeves is averaging 17.3. He's about where he's supposed to be, but tonight wasn't a good shooting night for him. However, this season, he's putting up his number. He's doing his part in 35 minutes, okay? 17.3. I expected him to do better, but I said anywhere between 18 to or did I say 17 to 21? Right now, he's on my floor of what I expect. However, tonight was not a good night. Forget about the stats. Anybody who saw the game, 19 points, wasn't very efficient. He settled too much for three. I was not happy with his performance tonight. But at least he's living up to his contract and what he's supposed to be doing. At least, chat. But still, we can't have a backcourt of him and D'Lo. We just can't do it. Sorry. Rui missed the game tonight, but again, Rui started off the season really hot and has cooled off since then. But where I'm mostly disappointed with Rui to start first 8 games, I'm very disappointed in his defensive efforts, man, because they're almost non-existent at times, right? So I'm very disappointed in that. And so, Rui, I expect a lot better from him, right? He's where he usually is, a little bit better maybe. Career stats 12.8. He's at 13.6. But he is shooting lights out from beyond the arc. But defensively is where he worries me every time. He's getting more minutes this year, so his stats should look better. But still, it's just not good enough. And this is the sad part. The sad part is we're getting an MVP caliber season from Anthony Davis. 32 points a game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, right? He's giving us, what is he giving us on basically 2 blocks per game. Numbers up across the board. He's a career 24 per game guy. Well, right now, Anthony Davis is 31. He's in the prime of his career, and he's giving us prime career numbers right now. We always know he could do this. Now, that three-point shooting percentage is disgusting. He either needs to stop shooting them or bring that up. But everything else, this guy's cooking. And that's the sad part. We letting our man AD down, all the way down. And we letting LeBron down because LeBron old. He's only averaging 21 points a game. He's old, fam. He looked great tonight by default, right? Because there was nobody else there and he had to go off. He has 39 points. But LeBron, you can see, he's averaging negative 21 on the plus minus. So, defensively, he's going to get cooked more. And then offensively, he's going to struggle more. And you can see his career numbers are down, which is sad to see. I never like to see, father time come for players. But this is what he's averaging, 21.9 points per game, 7 assists. He's still a cerebral player. He still does everything else well. But he is shooting a high 44% from beyond the arc. So that's why I told the chat, let him keep shooting. But we're letting our stars down, man. And it's just not acceptable. I hate losing to the Grizzlies because of exactly what my guy D Prince said. Grizzlies guys flexing and throwing 2 small gestures on us, and I was hoping they use it to light their fire. LeBron did, but nobody else did. Shout out to Cam Reddish. He did as well. Nobody else did, bro. Reeves has shot terrible this road trip he has. I agree with you. I'm not happy with Reeves' performance tonight or in this entire road trip. I know he tweaked his ankle a couple of nights back, so maybe that's impacting it. Hopefully he picks it up. But you're right. He hasn't looked good. And matter of fact, the combination of him and D'Lo, I think, already ran its course. I'm sick of watching every single guard penetrate us, man. Penetrate us every single game. And wreak havoc in the paint. So I 110% agree. I appreciate the super chat, my brother. But I agree. And it's disappointing, man. Because I love Austin. But I've been telling y'all, man, we need to bring one of the two off the bench. And we know D'Lo's not going to respond well to that. Austin already has. He had his career numbers, 21 points a game off the bench in December last year. So it is what it is, man. I'll take a couple comments, questions, concerns. We're not happy tonight, but it is a long season, and I really hope Rob can do something, stop hiding behind his one championship in 2020. Yeah, he needs to. Truth Over Facts says, Truth Over Facts. That's a funny name. Bro, the problem with this team is they refuse to trade Reeves to improve the team. You are not getting any good players without Reeves. Yes, you are. Truth. Let's be honest. We trade Reeves, we're in trouble because when Reeves has bad games, we rarely win. I don't know if you're paying attention. But when Reeves struggles, which he has the last 2 games, you rarely win. When he has good games, playmaking and scoring, it helps a lot. Same thing with LeBron and AD. Those are our top 3. If you give up one of your top 3 and you only get a regular-ass role player in return, you're actually downgrading than upgrading. I actually think they have 2 first-round picks which they may or may not be willing to part with. But overall, you got to make the most you can out of those 2 draft picks because those are the last ones you have. And this was Austin Reeves on JJ Redick's post-game message to the team after the Lakers lost to the Grizzlies. He said, "We have to be better with basically every aspect of the game." So they're already starting to low-key pinpoint everything, man. They're starting to get pinpointed, and that's good. It's good because we are lacking in a lot of different departments. We're a lot further away than I thought we were. Yeah, the Cavs are a good team. When we saw them this year, Strega, I had to give them their props. They look really well. They look really well-oiled machine. They have the guards they always had. Now their big men are playing up to par. Shout out to Mobley, USC product. Man, he's going to get better this year. They're 9-0. And it's an impressive 9-0. They've beat some good teams along the way. Another team I hate to give credit to because I really thought this would be the year they stink, which I still believe they have a good chance of doing. But the Warriors. The Warriors are showing some hunger, and they're showing more heart than us right now. I hate to bring them up. I hate to. Y'all know how I feel about that crappy-ass team, but they look better than us right now. What can I say? And they beat the Celtics tonight, 118-112. 118-112 to improve their record to 7-1, and they are, wow, they're 5-0 on the road. 5-0 on the road. So what can we say, man? You got to give them props, tip your hat. Meanwhile, the Lakers over here stinking it up on the road. Stats aren't updated, but you know what? I'm glad we dissected those for now. Thank you for letting us know, D3. But still, those players that we singled out got to do a lot better, man. A lot better. My boy KJ says, "I'm pissed, Dan. It's the fact that we have to wait to see our team play, and we get smoked every time." Yep. They leave a bad taste in our mouth, and we got to wait a couple days. But you know what? This gives Rob Pelinka and the Lakers time to do whatever they have to do. Surely they can't keep sitting on their hands, can they? What will happen if they lose the next game on Friday, right? What will happen? I hate to admit it too, but let's be honest. You know what, Tex? They're playing really good. 4-4 is really bad for this team, especially considering the fact that we played a couple of teams we could have beat. Detroit was one of them. Detroit loses at the buzzer to the Charlotte Hornets the day after beating us, or the game after beating us. It tells you how mentally weak we were. AD had a monster game. We still couldn't win that game. And we started 3-0. Yep. We started 3-0, but you know what? This road trip exposed a lot, and I'm glad. I'm glad it did because now Rob Pelinka can't hide behind his little throne of lies. He needs to go out there and make a trade for a big man and potentially some guards off the bench or even a starting caliber guard. Again, one trade could fix a lot for us. I feel like if there's any way to get Walker Kessler with Colin Sexton on this team, you do it. Okay? Any way to do it, you bring him. Bring him forward. Pair him up with Austin. Pair him up with LeBron. Pair him up with AD. And, you might have a more formidable team, especially in the paint, guys. Again, I've been telling you guys this since the offseason. The problem is, right, with having Jackson as the backup, is that when AD gets hurt, this is how we're going to look. And we're probably going to get cooked on most nights. We made Zach Edey, the rookie big man, look really good tonight. They had all these offensive rebounds, and they were just cooking us. They looked great. And we had a golden opportunity to jump out and be 2-3 games over 500 this road trip. We dropped the ball. Instead, we're walking backwards now, right? But it is a long season. That's the only hope I have for this team. That is a long season. Hopefully, AD gets healthy. Vando should be on the way relatively soon. We haven't heard too much about him. He had some discomfort. He's going to be reevaluated again at some point this week. But, those are the silver linings in this whole ordeal, right? Let's see here. Strega says, "Call Quincy up. We need kids with heart and passion. We lack both." Agreed. We gave the young kid Koloko some run tonight. I think he's got a bright future. If the Lakers keep giving him opportunities, his energy is great, right? His energy is great. Very athletic, very explosive. He has good hands. I liked it. He's very wiry out there, guys. He's another silver lining I had tonight. Cam Reddish has become a rotation player on this current roster. I like him off the bench. I never want to see him start because the floor spacing is ugly. But defensively, give him his 15 to 20 a night. All right. He actually did a good job in the first half on Ja Morant. They were making him work. They had, I think, first half, Ja Morant only had 13 points. We held him till around 20. So it wasn't really Ja that beat us. But, the The Lakers self-destructed by not rebounding, giving up second chance points, rebounds, by playing lazy defense, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, by not getting back in transition, by settling for threes. We kind of self-destruct. We gave up 131 points to a team that was lacking a couple of starters. So it tells you everything you need to know about this team. We're not as close as we thought we were after the first 3 games. And we're a horrible road team to start the season with limited depth. That's my breakdown for the Lakers right now. AD's having a phenomenal season so far. But we're going to have to accompany that with some more depth and hopefully some help. My guy said mainly brought that up for LeBron. He should be closer to 25 now, but yeah, you're right, bro. You know what? For me, it's irrelevant what LeBron averages as long as he doesn't force the issue when he doesn't have it going. We know he's going to adjust as the season goes. And, for those of us that have been watching LeBron for a long time, we know he likes to ramp up. And, he's in year 22. He's not going to have interest every night. Tonight, Ja Morant was jawing at him and brought out 39 out of him, 39 points, right? The 39-year-old matched his age with points. So, credit to LeBron. He showed up. But again, the lack of depth, the lack of size, man. You're right about that, D-Free, which is why I wanted us to trade when we were 3-0. I mentioned we still need a big man. Unfortunately, not a lot of teams are looking to trade, which is a point you have brought up. But you know what? There will be an episode of Around the League tomorrow. You're welcome to hop on, D-Free. I'm still working on my second guest. One of my guests dropped out for this week, but you're welcome to come on. I'd like to break everything down with you guys tomorrow for Around the League. So make sure you guys tap in. If you guys are already familiar, you know what time it is. 6 p.m. Pacific time, Around the League, man. Really can't wait to break it all down. RZ says, this has gone too far. This roster ain't it. Rob getting his final warning. Stop wasting time. His GM career is ridiculous. No news about what he's doing. He has to show face. He's living off of that 2020 championship. It's about time. It's been 4 years, guys. We got to hold him accountable. He made false promises he hasn't been able to keep. He said, we'll remain competitive and we'll continue to compete for championships. Not really. The closest thing to that was the Western Conference run a couple of years back. But even then, we knew we needed another big man, and we never got him. And when we did get him, Darvin Ham didn't use him, which, again, Darvin Ham is the hiring of Jeannie and Rob. So they have to give face for that. There's no passes anymore, right? But thanks so much for Super Chat. Appreciate it, brother. Hayes and Coloco, the same height and weight, but it looks very different. No, man, Coloco showed me something tonight. He's got a motor on him, which I can't say for Hayes. Hayes might have a motor, but it's kind of out of control, right? It's the type of motor that has all kinds of smoke coming out and is all defective, and it likes to beat on women. Christian Coloco, on the other hand, is young, renewed energy. It seems like he'll be able to, stay in line. He contested a couple of shots that I was really impressed by, especially his shot block right there in the second quarter. There's some things that I really like that I saw from him. He has good defensive tendencies, which we already knew from watching him play in Toronto and limited playing time over there. But this is why I was excited when we acquired Coloco, because I'm like, okay, maybe he will take Jackson Hayes' spot. Maybe they'll share minutes. But he looked really good. It's a start. I don't want to get too carried away because early, just it's a start. So we'll see. We'll go from there. But again, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait till we get our guys back. Honestly, I don't want to use this as an excuse that it's not, right? But I personally, for myself, I think Rob should make a trade now. But let's get Vando back and see what we look like then. Let's get, hopefully, Christian Wood back soon. See, we're getting closer to it. I don't know how close, but obviously every week that goes by, we're closer to it. Let's get him back, see how we look then. But for now, I still think making a trade is prioritized. And get D'Lo out of here, man. I can't. For the kid's own good, man. He's gonna end up being hated by LA, and I don't want that for him. Get him out before it's too late. And 12 points a game not gonna cut it, and get us that backup big man we need so desperately, right? For sure, D3. Hey, I look forward to it, man. I definitely want to be able to debate and just chop it up and have a nice. We're long overdue, D3. If you have time tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, guys. We'll be doing Around the League. It is Thursday. I lose track of the days. This year went by fast, didn't it, Chet? This year has gone by so fast. I can't believe we're almost so close to December again. And, wow, it's just that time. Appreciate you, Max. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in here tonight, man. I know it hasn't been pretty lately after it started real pretty, but we live to fight another day. You guys know the mantra. Long season up ahead. Let's see if Rob Pelinka can get his head out of where the sun doesn't shine and go ahead and help us out a little bit, because I don't want that pressure on AD. He continues to be heavily pressured to be the last line of defense, and his body will break down. We've seen it historically. So let's hope for the best, guys. I'll see you guys here tomorrow for Around the League. I might even do a different segment early in the morning just to I got a lot to say about the Lakers, man, and I'm going to go ahead and watch all the press conferences and the post-game recaps and all that. And I'll probably see you guys at some point either at noon or for Around the League again at 6 p.m. Pacific time. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Major shout out to my sponsorship, Prize Picks, and everybody who contributed to the channel tonight in every way, shape, and form. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys here tomorrow, right? Enjoy the rest of your night, Lakers Nation. Peace.